sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
One of the most storied programs in the state of North Dakota for high school football. Shanley, right in the heart of Fargo. It's the Deacons. It's a venue unlike any other with the intimidation factor that you get when you walk in through the front gates here at Sid Cichy Stadium. Tonight, it's the Deacons that host the Magi in a rematch of last year's North Dakota 3A state championship game. Welcome into week number 3 of North Dakota high school football on the PSP Network. We are thrilled to bring it to you as the Shanley Deacons at 1-1 host the Magi from Minot High School coming in at 0-1. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm telling you, folks, you can't beat it. You stay right in your car at the Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Minot and Bismarck, and it only takes about 15 minutes. Check your emails, eat your lunch, do what you need to do at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Again, they bring you tonight's pregame show on the PSP Network. I'm Nick Holberg, thrilled to be back on the call with my good friend, Mr. Bryce Gutnick. Bryce, it's been a while since we've had a call together for high school football, and the most recent was pretty familiar with the two teams that are on the playing surface, the same town, just a different venue. The last time was the Fargo Dome, where the Magi and Deacons put on one of the most classic North Dakota high school football games that anybody can remember. What was your big takeaway from a state championship a year ago for the Magi, and that game that featured the Deacons that really was one for the record books and memory banks?
Yeah, last time, like you said, last time on the air, we had these two teams in the state championship game. Just the effort by both teams last year was just superb. Minot High with that late run, late in that ball game to get another state title on the board, and first one since 1980. A pretty special night for Magician fans.
Yeah, that game was one for the ages. Minot High won 38-35, in late comeback fashion. Kellenberg put a field goal through the uprights with time expired on the field. Minot stunned Shanley, and when you go back to last year and you look at where the Deacons were in the lineup for teams across the state of North Dakota, they were favored. And not just a little bit, they were heavily favored. The number one team in the state coming into that game, and throughout the entire regular season, Minot High had the upset, if you will, in that state title game. This year, the tides have changed just a little bit. We'll hop into the graphic in a moment of where these teams rank in the state according to the media and how good they really are. However, both these teams lose quite a bit of their workload and productivity, don't they?
We talked about that on our 4-hour jaunt up here to Deacon Stadium, just the amount of talent on both sides, just loaded pieces. A lot of them moved on, a lot of them playing at the college level and doing that. And it's hard to reload, but Coach Mattern and Coach Hendershot are up for the challenge, I'll tell you that.
One of the biggest pieces for Shanley was their quarterback in Landon Meyer, and that was a young man that he not only lit it up, but boy, he was a living highlight reel, it seemed, each and every time that he was on the football field. He had his top targets and Sam Oshock. Those two really made up a lot of the offense, but you miss the Leininger's in this lineup. You miss others, Perkarovich. I mean, there's plenty there for Shanley. However, knowing Troy Mattern and what he is able to do as a coach here in year number 8 it is for the Deacons, I do believe. Let me make sure that I've got that right to give Troy the credit where it's due. It is his 8th year. He's gone 55-17 in his tenure here with Shanley. This is a Shanley team that doesn't seem to always have to rebuild, but they seem to reload. What do you look for out of them in week number 3 here with a 1-1 record, trying to rebuild their way and reload their way with some of those guys that just need some more reps, it seems, to get back to the top of the ladder in North Dakota 3A high school football?
Thing that sticks out to me the most, insert Jax Mattern. Look at those numbers. 4 touchdowns already on the year, over 500 yards passing, doing it in a variety of ways, spreading the football out. Guys like Young Mark and Hallcraft, Zabel, Busek. I mean, just so many more. Just look at the weapons for the Deacons. It's going to be hard to stop here tonight for the Magicians.
By the way, how good was Landon Meyer? 3,529 yards last year. He went 253 for 390 at 64%. 44 touchdowns a year ago for the quarterback from Shanley. They replace him with a kid by the name of Jax Mattern. He's only a junior, and coming into this matchup here tonight, Jax has tossed the football pretty well around the gridiron on the season so far. The junior is 48 for 83 for 546 yards and 4 touchdowns on the year. A lot of that offense is going to be determined on the front lines, which both teams, Shanley, that we talk about first here, losing a handful of their starting unit off of the front line from a year ago. They are going to be up against a challenge against a Minot High defense that gave up 24 points just a week ago to Cheyenne in quite a battle. Let's turn our attention down to the Magi and talk about Minot High. And this is a team that, again, resiliency, momentum, straight grit. I mean, when you describe Minot High football, you can go back to week number 1 and talk about what they did in the matchup against Cheyenne. They were down late in the ballgame at Dwayne Carlson Stadium last Friday night, and everybody thought it was over before you could say Charlie Brown. Before the start of the fourth quarter, Minot High was down 24-3. They crawled back into the ball game. They had a chance to win. They looked to have the 1 point near tie late in the contest on the last drive of the ball game. However, there was a flag on the play. They ran one more play, and Kellen Burke fumbled at the 2-yard line on a stingy defensive play from Cheyenne. Your thoughts overall, Minot High in week number 1? Obviously, they're missing some of those weapons, but it just seems that sheer grit for Minot High is going to take them a long way here this year.
Yeah, we were down on the field here pregame. We had a great talk with Chauncey Hendershot, just saying this team's trying to find their identity. We got the one key point he made that stood out to me, Nick. Kellen Burke hasn't played quarterback a lot in the last 4 years. Insert him here his senior year. Gritty effort by him. A lot of things went the Magi's way the end of that game. They had a chance at the end, just couldn't convert. Chauncey's confident in their efforts tonight. Try and bounce back and get a W.
Yeah, let's see where the Magi will fall into line here after this ball game. We asked Chauncey if it was a must-win in his mind. Got a smile on his face and said the QRF is no longer a thing, gentlemen, meaning that it's certainly not in the Magi's book here this evening. However, both teams looking for a win in week number 3. More to come in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show when we come on back to Sid-City Stadium. We'll take a look at the standings inside of North Dakota, the most recent media poll. We'll highlight a player to watch here tonight, then we'll get set for our opening kickoff. It's the Deacons and the Magi in a rematch of last year's state championship game, and it's live here on the PSP Network.
Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
The Deacons have arrived. The Magi make their way onto the football field now. We're just ahead of week number 3 action as the 0-1 Magi take on the 1-1 Shanley Deacons in a rematch of last year's state championship game. Welcome back in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline locations in Minot and Bismarck. Well, we've got the coin toss coming here and a special guest. Let's turn it over to the PA announcer here at Sid Cichy Stadium.
Connor was a member of both the 2009 and 2010 Deacon State Championship teams. He was also named the 2010 North Dakota Football Gatorade Player of the Year. Connor went on to be a 3-year starter at Missouri of the SEC Conference, where he started in 40 straight games. He was drafted by the Denver Broncos in 2016. He went on to play for both the Broncos and the Jets in his 7-year NFL career. In 2022, Connor played every offensive snap for the Jets that season. Please join me in giving a big welcome home to Shanley grad and NFLer Connor McGovern.
Yeah, what a welcoming home that is. Right here in North Dakota, right here from Shanley High School. Connor McGovern, that is fantastic stuff. Great to have him back for the coin toss here tonight. We'll watch the flipping of the coin, and then we'll take a quick look at the numbers of these teams coming into the showdown here tonight. Here's the call. Looks like Minot High won the toss, possibly. That conversation with Kellen Burke and the white hat on the field. Conversation continuing on. Minot wins, they defer. Low kickoff. Let's play football in just a moment. Here's the numbers for tonight's ball game. Not a whole lot to fill this in yet here in the early portion of the season, just in week number 3. Minot High's ranked 4.
With us tonight,
Shanley receiving votes. 94 points scored for the Deacons. 86 given up. Minot High scored 17 last week. They gave up 24. X factor for me, does Minot High have enough depth on both sides of the football to compete with the high-octane offense that is Shanley? And the X factor for Shanley, it's the amount and the pace of play that they bring at you. That hurry-up offense and that spread offense can really wear you down, Bryce.
Looking at those numbers, you really got to believe we may be in store for a shootout here tonight, Nick. 94 points already on the season for the Deacons.
Father of wisdom, power, and might, we thank you for this opportunity to be gathered here tonight. Be with us throughout this event and bless us. Grant to all of us athletes, coaches, fans, and officials the graces to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety and well-being of these athletes, and may you be glorified in all that happens here tonight. We pray this through Jesus, your Son, by the power of the Holy Spirit. You are God forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And now we ask you to please remain standing. Remove all headwear and place your hand over your heart as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Mr. Ed Schwinn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. There you hear tonight's national anthem in a beautiful rendition at that. Taking a look at the media poll inside of North Dakota. How did we get here in week number 3? Well, Cheyenne moved to number 1. That's because they took down Minot. They improved to 2-0 on the year. Wins over West Region teams. Minot and Williston. Bismarck moves up to number 2 from the 3 spot. They moved to 2-0. Mandan moves up to number 3. Mandan handed Shanley a big loss earlier on this year. Minot High dropped to 4. Davies moves up, or down to number 5, Shanley still receiving votes. You see the AA world over on your right. Grand Forks Central, by the way, number 5 at receiving votes. St. Mary's tonight. Todd Domrys and Chuck Claremont have the call of that one on PSP Network here this evening as well. Where do the standings shape up inside of North Dakota? Well, they look like this. In the West, Mandan's 2-0, Minot's 0-1, Legacy's 2-0 on the year. They're much improved. Century's at 0-1, Bismarck at 2-0, Williston's 0-2. In the East, Cheyenne, Davies are both unbeaten. Shanley at 1-1. Fargo North at 0-2. West Fargo also at 0-2. I wouldn't put much stock into where these teams are stacked 1 through 6 in the West and 1 through 5 in the East. Nobody's played a conference game just yet, Bryce. And that's just the way the website had them in numerical order and alphabetical earlier on here this week. Player to watch tonight. There's one that we're going to focus our eyes on. Shanley gave up some major yards on the ground in the first 2 weeks of the football season. How many to be exact? Well, 414 yards against on the ground, 981 total yards on the season so far. Griffin Broderick's going to have to be busy in the backfield for the Magi. This is a young man from Minot High School that has 64 yards on 13 carries. Hasn't fumbled the ball. He hasn't gotten into the end zone yet either. The North Dakota commit will probably be a workhorse tonight, I'd have to assume, for Minot High School.
You got to believe that's a focal point by Chauncey Hendershot here tonight, knowing the amount of rushing yards these Deacons have given up in 2 games to begin the season. I expect a heavy dose early and often of Broderick in this football game.
There's your player to watch tonight, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Seal your heating and air game at Northern Plains Heating and Air with over 25 years of experience, your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. Shanley has their starting introductions taking place on the field. Minot has already had their starters introduced. That means it's time for the opening kick. When we come back to Sid Cichy Stadium, it's a rematch of last year's state title game. It's Minot and Shanley next on the PSP Network.
The owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
It's time for North Dakota 3A high school football on the PSP Network. We'll put a cap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Minot High will be in white. Shanley will be in red. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call here this evening from Sid Cichy Stadium. We are glad to bring you the ball game tonight on a beautiful night here in Fargo, North Dakota. I don't know if it could be any better outside for football weather here, Bryce, in the early portion of September.
I talked to you about it. This is the definition of football weather. Sunshine, about 70 degrees. I'm not sure if it feels about 70. I mean, just a perfect weather for kickoff here, Nick.
Minot High will get things started with the boot on the ball. Kellenberg sends it all the way deep into the Deacon end zone, and we are officially underway tonight here from Sid Cichy Stadium. Again, a big thank you to our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They brought you the pregame show here this evening. We do apologize. We know that our scoreboard is not working here tonight. I promise you it's not due to a lack of effort. The amount of time that I was on tech support here this evening with the kind gentleman from Florida that just didn't seem to know the answer to it. We do apologize. We gave it our absolute best effort here this evening. We'll do our best to keep you updated on that score as the night continues. You'll see Shanley work from the spread offense. Trips over on the left. Quick hitter here as it's going to be fired to the near side. It's completed and worked up by Joey Yeager. He's going to move the football all the way up to over the 25-yard line, and it brings up a second down. And just shy of the 25-yard line. I'm sorry, a second down at 6 here with the ball spotted at the 24.
play we're going to see a lot of, Nick, that wide receiver screen. Saw it a lot in the state title game last year.
Quick hitter again. This time, Kai Zabel was the one that had the reception. Doesn't gain anything on the play as that Minot High defensive core was there to make the stop. Starting up front here for the Shanley offense, Jax Matter, the 6'1", 190-pound junior. He's got 48 for 83 for 546 yards so far in the year. This time he's going to get sacked as the Minot High D-core comes flying in. Huber was in on the play. Broderick was there as well for the Magi, but credit the tackle there for Minot High's number 16, Anthony Alexander, crashing in to make the stop for the Magi.
Eichhorn, just beautiful technique. Right between the guard and center there to lead the charge for the Magi.
Quick 3 and out. Here is the Minot High defense coming up big early on in this ballgame. Tonight's contest on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. First look at the Magi offense here in week number 3. Minot High had their white uniforms here tonight. They set up at the 44-yard line of Shanley. From the gun works Kellen Burke. He was big in week number 1 for the Magi. Burke hands off to Broderick. We talked about Griffin Broderick. Steady dose of the running back that's on to play at North Dakota after this year. Broderick's going to pick up 3 on his first carry of the ballgame.
Yeah, play I think we'll see a lot of there. I expect Broderick 20-plus carries in this football game, really trying to establish that run, open up the play-action pass for the Magi.
Last year, Broderick had 85 touches for 622 yards. He had 10 touchdowns, looking for his first of the year. They pitch to him here. He works it over to the left. He's up over the 40-yard line, barreling forward, first down and more. Griffin Broderick carries forward for a Magi first down.
I'm going to give a guy some love on that play. The fullback doesn't get a lot of love in this
40-yard line, barreling
in a game of
forward,
football.
First down and
Noah
more.
Bledsoe,
Griffin
great
Broderick
block,
carries forward
sealing the edge
for a Magi.
for Broderick to get around and a first down.
Minot High approaching the Serve Pro red zone as they work here from the Shanley 31. From the left hash, from the shotgun again. 2 wideouts over on the left side for the Magi. They hand off Broderick. Stutter step left. Now he dances right. He's going to have a gain on the play again. And Griffin Broderick doing Griffin Broderick things early on here in this ball game.
Like a lot we talked about in the pregame. Hey, 4 or 5 yards at a time, Chauncey Hendershot will take that all night here in Fargo.
Minot High works up to the line here. They hand off this time. And with the carry for the Magi, Blake Anderson, he's ahead on the play. And Anderson's got a short gain. Brings up a third down and just about 3, it looks, from here as Minot High pressuring as they have entered inside the 25 now. Looking to knock on the Serve Pro red zone entrance here. Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, and advanced technology. It's Serve Pro. Minot spreads it out this time. Wide receivers on the right side. One of them is Kraft. He had 2 touchdowns at the end of the matchup against Cheyenne. Somebody jumped on the line. Yellow laundry on the field.
I think they got the Deacon defense there on encroachment, I believe. That's going to be a first down.
Offsides, Deacons. That's a result of a first down for the Magicians. 1st and 10 at the Deacon 19-yard line.
Into the Serve Pro red zone go the Magi on the first down and 10 as Minot High's Kellen Burke leads them up to the 19-yard line. Same formation for the Magi. 2 wide receivers here on the right side. Into motion for the Magicians will go number 4, Aaron Prestwich. They pitch it back here. Anderson dancing to the left, cutting free, hitting the edge. First down and then some as Blake Anderson carries it up deep into Shanley territory. It's going to be a second down and 3. Correct me, he didn't quite get to the pylon, just shy, but they're deep inside of scoring territory now are the Magi.
Already a couple carries for Blake Anderson. He had 5 in that first game. Did a lot with his opportunities, though, Nick. He averaged about 13 per carry in that first contest for Cheyenne.
Yeah, anytime you're over 5, you know you're doing something right. They hand off Broderick, dancing left, spinning to his right. All the big hogs are there for Shanley And the door is slammed, and the Shanley fans like to see the effort there from Cottbrunt, Anderson, Johnson, and Deutsch. They've got some size on the Shanley front line here for the Deacons.
Deacons making some adjustments. They are loading
dancing
that
left,
box.
spinning to his right. All the big hogs are there for Shanley.
Go to a play action here. Maybe a quick something to Kraft, get him going early in this ball game.
Kraft lines up way on the right side, working with a 3rd down and 3 are the Magi. Deep inside Shanley territory. Prestwich, motion man. They hand it off. Oh, Prestwich. He is wrangled up and thrown to the turf. It's Deutsch that comes in and makes the stop. Not going to get through there very often like that. And Deutsch made the play for Shanley. Brings up a 4th down. There's a loss on the play.
Great play by Deutsch, knowing he's got to seal that edge, nothing getting to the outside. Met Prestwich right away when he received the ball, trying to hold the Magi to 3.
Burke's on to kick the point. Up through the uprights. He missed. Not many times do you see the young man miss, but he missed left on the field goal. And the score remains tied at 0-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, down to 7:19 to play here in our first half of football. We'll keep it right here on the PSP Network and tell you that Planet Pizza delivers tonight's broadcast to you just like they would a Blue Buffalo. 701-852-1700. What's a Blue Buffalo, you ask? Well, it's only the best pizza in the world. Try Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. Or swing in for a giant game of laser tag. Nothing like Planet Pizza, the ultimate laser tag playground, the biggest in the region. Planet Pizza proud to bring you North Dakota High School athletics on the PSP Network. Shanley back to offense. They make a stop as Minot High was inside the red zone. The Deacons spread it out. 2 wide receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Somebody hopped on the line, and more laundry on the field.
Trying to see who it was there, Nick. I think they got mine on.
Offsides,
Yeah, they
Minot.
did. 5 yards.
That'll make it 1st and 5 from the 25-yard line.
7:19 ticking down here in the first quarter of football. Again, Nick Holbert, Bryce Gutnick on the call tonight here from Fargo. Matter across the middle, throws it out. It's picked off. Prestwich gobbles it up. What a play that was. And for the first time this year, Jax Mattern's picked off. And Prestwich makes a diving play. We watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
I was questioning if he had control on that. The referees do come together and say he does have control for the interception. Something to watch on that play, Nick. Magi getting pressure with just rushing 3. That's huge if they can continue to do that all night.
Ball goes right to the 50-yard line, and the Magi go back to work on the offense. Well, Minot High looking to see if they could build off of the momentum. They had a missed field goal on their last possession and marched down the field. Then Prestwich had a big interception. Now Burke's going to take a shot deep down the far side. Up it goes for Kraft. It's going to be incomplete. Coverage in the secondary was there. And again, nothing different in 2024 than any time in the past. Shanley's got the coverage out in the safety land, and David Holcroft, the senior corner at 5'11", 165, and his duties covered well.
With that play, I love that. After a turnover, go take your shot. Go for the home run right there. Kraft's got single coverage. You got to like his chances to win that one-on-one. Better defense that time by the Deacons.
2nd down and 10 for the Magi. Ball right at the 50-yard line. Prestwich, the motion man. Now he's going to turn back and come to the right. They hand off Broderick, and Broderick gobbled up at the line. That's a lot of red on top of on its 34. And there's no gain on the play. It brings up a 3rd down and 10 situation here for the Magicians. Hemmed in right at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, this place has been loud from the start tonight, just what you would expect. How about walking in here, by the way, with the championship banners and the praise to the players that went on to college and pro careers. We're going to have a stop on the field. Timeout called by the Magi. We'll take a break as well. 6:32 left first quarter. Nobody's on the board yet.
BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Well, a big thank you to Scott Lurch for joining us tonight, running our cameras here at Sid-City Stadium. Big thank you to each and every one of you fans for joining us here tonight for 3A football from Fargo. We do apologize once again for the BNC Bank scoreboard and our timing issue on the scoreboard. Burke drops this one off. Broderick, can he cut free? He can't. Broderick back to the line of scrimmage. And there to make the play, it's Corbin Youngmark. And Youngmark, one of those 4 linebackers in that pack for the Deacons, comes up with a huge stop.
That's a big guy to hang on to. Great play by Youngmark. He gets by Youngmark. He has an opportunity to get that first down for the Magi. Forcing a punt here are the Deacons.
Well, Minot High right at the 50-yard line with 3 straight plays. They don't go anywhere with any of those 3, so they are forced to punt it here. The ball is going to be towered up as it's sent down to the other end of the field by Blake Anderson. It's going to hop out of bounds, and we will see Shanley come back to the offense. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, 5:45 left in the first quarter.
About a 34-yard punt.
Well, again, a triple header tonight on the PSP network. You've got a matchup at Minot North tonight where Wapaton takes on the Sentinels. Minot North looking to improve to a record of 2-0 on the year. They beat Century's JV earlier on this year. Here's a handoff right to the line of scrimmage, and then dancing forward. There is a gain on the play and running the ball up the guts. A little bit slippery there. Coming on the carry was number 9, Landon Mitchell. Mitchell is going to pick up just about 4 on the play. Bryce brings up a second down at 6. Same play. Over to the right side. Minot High's defense was there. Broderick and company shutting the door as the Magi D-Corps came up with the stop, making the play defensively. Rosick shut the door on the Magi defensive line.
How about this pace by the Deacons right up to the line of scrimmage? Like there was about 12 seconds in between those last 2 plays.
Well, that hurry-up offense can wear you down and wear you thin, and that's what Troy Mattern has done in his career with Shanley. This pass is forward, but incomplete. Nobody home there as it was intended for number 9 on the play, Landon Mitchell. It will bring up a 4th down situation here for the Shanley Deacons. They're going to be forced to punt here with 4:50 left in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Towering kick all the way up to the Minot High 40, rolling down to the 35. Look at that punt get all the way down to the 33-yard line. And Minot High is going to start back in their own territory with a first down and 10. Late to the first quarter with 4:41 remaining in this first quarter of play.
I was talking, we might see a shootout here, Nick, but we've seen quite a few punts. I know we have a lot of football left, a lot to be played, only 4:41 left here in the first quarter, but the defenses have made some nice adjustments early in this game.
First down and 10 for the Magi. They go to work here. Burke rolls out to the right side, throws it downfield. Kraft had it in his hands. It rolled in, then out, incomplete. And it brings up a second down and 10 as the Magi continue to work on the offense here in the first quarter. Nobody on the BNC National Bank scoreboard just yet.
I love that play call, trying to get Kraft involved. A play action call there. A ball he'll tell you that he has to have and catch there. Really good throw by Burke on that play.
Kraft lines up on the right side. Prestwich on the left. Anderson in the backfield here for the Magi as Burke works from under center this time. They hand off. Anderson goes up the gut, then bounces off to the right. There's a swarm of Deacons there. Corbin Youngmark wrestles Anderson back to the ground, and Blake Anderson doesn't go anywhere on the play.
There's no secret what Coach Mattern's doing here. Single high safety, man coverage, saying, hey, we're going to load the box. We're going to make you beat us through the air.
Another third down situation here for Minot High. Its build is a big one. Receiving votes are the Deacons. Number 4 in the state are the Magi. A rivalry that has brewed, and it hasn't been a big one in the state of North Dakota by any means as far as high school football is concerned. Back to pass. Burke rushed out of the pocket over to his left side. He's on his horse. Now he has nowhere to go, so he steps out of bounds. Last man there to push him out of play was number 60 for the Deacons. That was Caden Geigel, and Geigel pushes Burke out of play. Minot High is going to be forced to punt again.
Both defensive lines getting a lot of pressure early in this game, forcing Burke to roll out there, not get comfortable. Another punt coming by the Magi.
14th matchup ever between these two teams, Bryce. Minot High holds that record at 7 wins, 6 losses. Minot's been good in championship games against the Deacons, too, by the way. They've got 2 state title wins. Their 2 state title wins come against Shanley. Ball rolls out of play after Anderson punts that one up the far sideline. The difference between the two programs, however, 25 state titles for Shanley. Minot High's only got 2.
You were saying this earlier when we walk in. I mean, that is just something to take that in with the banners they have as you walk through and the names, and it's so cool. It's a special place. I haven't been here in a long time. People around here are so nice. They were helping us with everything. They wanted to help. It was very accommodating here.
First field in the Fargo Metro that ever got turf. That came back in 2010. They re-turfed it a year ago. Quick hitter here. It's dished off into the hands of David Holcroft. He's going to pick up a gain on the play. But then Broderick and company for the Magi come in with the swarm and make the stop, second down. And let's call it 6 to go here for Shanley as time wears down to 3:19 to play in the first quarter. Nobody on the BNC National Bank scoreboard just yet. Back to pass. Mattern rolls out to the right, tosses it deep downfield. Perfect spiral, just over the hands. It was there for Kai Zabel, the sophomore wide receiver, but incomplete.
Mattern stepping up in the pocket, feeling the pressure. The Minot High defensive lines looked great in his first quarter. Probably a throw he wants to have back there, Nick. Had a step on press switch there. Could have been a huge play.
Third down from midfield. Shanley again. Works out of the gun here with Jax Mattern. One in the backfield. Mattern looks for the quick hitter. Look out, blindside coming in and flying off the top rope. Landed Bedell with the body slam. The 6'5", 220-pound defensive lineman. That's not an easy hit to take if you're the Shanley quarterback.
We call that a free run, Nick. Nobody accounted for Landon Bedell. 6'5", 220. Gonna need to block Landon. He's done a little bit of everything here in this first quarter, dropping into coverage, and now with a big sack.
Mattern's going to kick this one downfield. Burke calls for the fair catch at the 27-yard line. And the Magi come back out onto offense. Taking a look at that play once again on your Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Talk about that blind spot for the QB. It's not a situation that you want to be in, especially against a guy that size and Landon Bedell at 6'5", 220.
There's not better feelings, Nick, than realizing you're unblocked in a pass rushing situation like that, just having a free run at the quarterback, and Landon Bedell finished that play.
Back to the rivalry between Minot High and Shanley. Not often do they play in the regular season. Of those 14 games, 6 of them have been playoff games, by the way. Here's Broderick on the run. Broderick's going to have his feet tied up. He's hauled down right at the line of scrimmage, and making the stop was Max Sorensen, the senior guard at 6'1", 225. And it brings up a second down and 11 now as Broderick lost a yard on the play with 2:17 ticking down first quarter.
Speaking of that rivalry, being down in that field last year, watching Oshak and Conklin go at it, one of the things I remember the most from last year, and in our broadcast. It was so much fun, Nick.
Some of the highlights both those kids made were Sports Center worthy. Quick hitter here to Broderick. He busts free up over the 30-yard line, up to the 31. Met by a swarm of Deacons again, and on the stop for Shanley was number 28 coming in to make the play. That's Gabe Danderen. Third down at 7 now here for the Magi.
A lot of these third down situations for the Magi. They've been 3rd and long, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Deacons' defense has really adjusted well since that first drive.
Well, Minot High up on the football once again, working from the gun. Trips over on the left this time, working from the right hash. Burke calls the shots here, falls back to pass. He's going to be rushed to the pocket. Now he's going to scamper, bounces free over to his left side. Then he's hauled up on the play, and wrapping him up and tanking him to the ground was Sean Contbrod. Compra comes up with the stop on the QB and forces another 4th down situation for the Magi.
Once again, 4-man rush, getting that pressure on the quarterback, forcing Burke out of the pocket, nowhere to go with the football.
Well, Minot High forced to punt it away. The two that wait back here for the Minot High punt. Sanderson towers this one way up into the sky. It drops in. Kai Zabel was there. The sophomore fields it inside of his own 30, and Shanley comes back out with a first down at 10 as we sit down with 32.5 seconds left in our first quarter of football. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer free virtual consultations and 0% financing, either in the office or online. You can't beat that. Visit them online, minotbraces.com. Jax Mattern working from the gun. Wide receivers on each side. Mattern just hands off of the backfield. And with the quick carry, dropping forward with the football and trying to pick up the gain of the play was Foster Lord, the 6'1", 210-pound senior. About a half a yard of the play, second down, and a long 9 here. Flag on the play. This one may be coming back.
I believe that was Morozic. I hope I'm saying that right. Morozic just blew that play up right before it even got started.
5-yard penalty on the Magi. False. It wouldn't have been a false start on the Magi. That's what was announced. However, offsides on Minot High, what that would have to be.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. That happened so quick. I didn't see if they tried to do a hard count and he jumped. I know they play fast, but I missed that one, Nick.
On the carry, Carson Busek, the senior. No gain on the play. Brings up a third down and just a little bit more than 3, but we are at the end of our first quarter. Nobody on the BNC National Bank scoreboard just yet. We thought maybe we'd have a shootout tonight. It's been the opposite. A seesaw defensive struggle here at Sid Cichy Stadium. The Magi and the Deacons are tied at goose eggs.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Well, we come back to Sid Cichy Stadium. Shanley working here with a third down on their hands, working in their own territory. Second quarter just underway. Across the middle, it's picked up. The Magi have it. Anderson's going to cut free. Nothing but open air in front of him to the house for the touchdown.
What a read by Anderson. Deacons ran that play successfully earlier with that motion, hitting that quick slant. Anderson jumped it. Just great defense there. Pick 6, and we're on the board.
First score of tonight's ball game, defensive column it goes as Anderson has the pick 6. And the Magi have themselves a 6-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Tegan Schindler in the hold. Burke will attempt the extra point.
Burke will try for the extra point. Second INT in the ball game. Burke didn't have any trouble with that one. Right down Broadway it goes. And the Magi find themselves on top of the ball game. It's 7-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Blake Anderson on the pick 6 for the Magi has them on top in this East versus West shootout here tonight. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call. Well, we talked about the defensive seesaw struggle in this ball game, but finally the levee breaks, and it's Minot High's defense that has a touchdown on the pick 6. Burke boots this one deep into Shanley territory. All the way back it comes into the hands here of the specialty teams player, number 13. Ajeo is the one that's got it. And Ajeo carries this ball up to just about the 23-yard line. Shanley comes back out on offense, looking for some points here in the showdown. Minot High's total offense back in week number 1 through that ball game against Cheyenne, the number 1 team, the new number 1 team in the state. They had 341 yards of total offense. For Shanley on the year, they've had 805 total yards, Bryce, averaging over 400 yards per game through the first 2. However, they've given up 490 through the first 2 games of defensive yards gained, and that's obviously a topic of conversation for Troy Mattern and his Shanley Deacons in the early part of this year.
A great defensive effort by them. Minot High had some success on that first drive running the football. They get that penalty. They force the field goal. It's missed. And our first score of the night here comes on the defensive side for the Magi. So if you're Coach Mattern, you got to be really happy with the defensive effort by your football team so far in this one.
11:39 to play here, first half. Jax Mattern across, fired out into the secondary, and Caden Kraft was there on the coverage. That pass was intended out to David Holcraft, and it was incomplete. Kraft, the two-way player for the Magi, doing a nice job not only on the offense, but on the defensive side of the ball as well, really making some hay back there for Minot High School.
See that great job of him getting his head around, avoiding the pass interference call with the pass breakup.
Incomplete pass on the play. Intended for Mitchell.
Minot High very fortunate on that one, Nick. They had that screen set up. Pass was just a little too far on that play by Mattern. Defensive line just came flying unblocked. That's what you want to do to get your blockers out on that screen play.
Timeout on the field. Shanley wants to talk things over. 11:28 left here in the first half. Minot 7. Shanley, nothing on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one, okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here, let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust.
you can bank on us.
Seven 0 Magi on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Deacons called the timeout. Points aren't a must at this point in the ball game, I wouldn't think, Bryce. However, Troy Mattern and company really would like to get some here.
Yeah, not ideal. A 3rd and long here in this situation. Maybe try and get some more yards for your punter. Oh, we got Magi encroachment on this one, so they're going to get 5 free ones back on this play. Oh, spoke too soon. They got the offense.
Well, it was Ishorn, the one that ended up on the ground for the Magi, but somebody flinched for the Deacons. That's going to march them back 5. And those plays like that after the timeout and the play set and call is made, to have a jump that way is the stuff that makes you go gray as a head coach, I would have to think.
There's going to be a few more grays on Troy Mattern after that one for sure.
Picked off again. Kellen Burke's got it. He's going to dive down inside the 15. And Jax Mattern is turned over for the 3rd time here today. The 3rd interception for the Magi. This time it's deep inside the Serve Pro red zone. And Kellen Burke just takes a knee and sets up the Minot High offense here with 11:18 to play in our first half of football. Talking about primetime opportunities. If you're Chauncey Hendershot, the Magi head coach right now, is this a must score in your mind?
Anytime you can get it, a turnover, you're inside the red zone. Got to come away with 6 here, not settling for 3. Mattern on that play, just trying to force it. Looked like there might have been some confusions in some of the routes on the wide receiver's end, but cannot force it there. If it's not there, you must throw it away and punt and play another down. Live to play another down.
Burke faked it off to Anderson, then Broderick. Then he spins his way forward. Didn't quite get back up to the line of scrimmage. The defensive core there for Shanley making the stop and on the play. Corbin Youngmark again is going to get credit with the tackle there for the Deacons. 2nd down and 10. They do give him credit getting back to the line of scrimmage on the play for Kellen Burke, the senior quarterback for Minot High School.
Let's see if he maybe looks up towards Kraft. He's got Kraft in the slot here. Deacons have been playing man-to-man here. See if they can get something to him down here by the goal line.
10:40 left first half. They hand off Broderick. The big man cuts over to the right side, bulldozing his way forward. There's a gain on the play of just about 2.5. Brings up a 3rd down. It's still long here for the Magi, but they're inside the Serve Pro red zone.
They have had some success getting the ball on the perimeter. Not hard. Yards have been really hard to come by between the tackles in this game.
Well, the Shanley program, the stands are full again here tonight, as we knew they would be. They're loud on the 3rd down as Minot High trying to punch in 6 more, at least pick up another 1st down. Hard count there for the Magi. Somebody jumped on the line again. This has been a highly penalized game early here this evening. And it's going to be on the Deacons. It plagued them in week number 1 against Mandan High School, where they saw Hudson Sheldon, arguably the best player in the state of North Dakota. In week number 1, Hudson Sheldon dominated 41-28 was the final score of the ball game. Mandan had the win. Hudson Sheldon had 6 touchdowns in the ball game, but penalties really were the name of the game in week 1 for Shanley.
Yeah, watching Hudson Sheldon that first week, running for 1, throwing for 5, just a human highlight reel he was.
Prestwich into motion. They hand out Broderick. Paintert, touchdown. Flag on the play as Griffin Broderick ends up in the end zone, but will this be called back?
I think they got the Magi for holding.
Good eye, Bryce. Holding is the call. We take another look at it here on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Can you spot where the holding was called?
Yeah, maybe 74 there, right in the middle. He kind of looked guilty the minute he kind of did it, turned around and saw the laundry on the field and was frustrated.
3rd and 13. Rosick was charged with the holding call. 2nd week in a row for Griffin Broderick getting into the end zone for a touchdown where it's been called back. Senior running back for Minot High said, "Come on, fellas, I'd like to get in for one." Here's Burke. Fired it over, got it off to Kraft. Is it picked off? It is. Shanley's got the football.
What a play there on the far sideline on that interception. Getting his foot down here. Huge turnover in this game. How about that? The Magi go, they punch it in, get the holding call, they get pushed back. Now a turnover. I said it, Deacon defense has been holding their own in this football game.
How do you like to be Busick? Right place, right time. Went off the hand of Caden Kraft. Right into the hand of Busick. And it brings up a first down and 10 here for the Deacons. Deep inside their own territory with 9:16 ticking down in our first half of football. Minot leading 7-0 on the PNC National Bank scoreboard. If you're just joining us, the Magi have found a way to get into the end zone. It was Blake Anderson that had the third INT of the game, forced on Mattern. He took it in for 6 on the pick 6. Now there's more laundry on the field here, Bryce.
Another defensive encroachment here.
First and 5 at the 9.
Just seen some undisciplined plays here on both sides. The penalties are really starting to add up on both sides.
Quick hitter near side. It's going to be complete. Trying to cut to the edge, and doing so, Youngmark carries the ball up for a first down and then some. He's up over his own 20-yard line. And Youngmark's going to march Shanley up the field here with 9:07 ticking down in the first half. And off again. This time the Minot High defense swarming in. Play is made. Broderick was in on the tackle, but getting the initial wrap up there for the Magi was number 32. And that's Peyton Jolliffe that comes up with the stop for Minot High School.
Hubert just blew up that play also on a defensive line. Just shoved away the right tackle and was right there.
Ball's going to be snapped here into the hands of Carson Busick. And Busick carries it forward. He's got a gain of just about 3 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. Working from the gun again. Mattern calling the shots. Trips on the right, 2 on the left. Busick in at quarterback now. Excuse me here, wearing number 0. Busick, the lefty, fires it over here to the near side. Quick hitter is caught. It's reeled in. Landon Mitchell's the one that made the play, but it's a 4th down now and just about 5 or 6 to go here for Shanley. And they're going to be forced to punt again, I'd have to think here, Bryce, with under 8 to play in the first half.
You got to love that. Chauncey Hendershot, you're rushing 3, just drop back 8 in coverage there, forcing another punt in this football game.
Busick looking for the hard count here. They're going to go for it on the 4th down situation. Busick rolls out, tosses it downfield. It's knocked down. Kellen Burke's going to make the play. And the Magi are going to get the ball back here at the Shanley 26-yard line.
Quite the gamble there by Troy Mattern. It seemed like the play was a little out of sorts from the beginning. But, hey, Busick gave his guy a shot, threw it down there, just couldn't convert on the fake punt. Sets up the Magi in some great field position here. 7:37 remaining in the first half.
Well, Troy Mattern's obviously a gambling man. Gotta like that aggressive play call, though, don't you? It just shows a lot of confidence in your football team early in the season in a game that really doesn't matter with the QRF being gone. How it works now in 3A football, what I mean by that, in the past, the QRF, the quality ratings formula, was there, and the algorithm that nobody knew what the heck it actually was would determine who would get into the playoffs, the teams from the East, the teams from the West. Well, it's simplified for guys like me and you, Bryce, moving forward. Top 4 from the East in the standings, top 4 from the West of the standings get into the postseason. So this non-conference game here tonight, yeah, counts for ratings, but the ratings don't count for anything.
Yeah, you talk to the coaches. They're a big fan of, it just being cut and dry. 4 East, 4 West, they're all about it.
Broderick over to the left side. Broderick trying to cut free. He's wrapped up on the play. And Kai Zabel comes in to make the stop. And the Magi are going to lose just about a yard on the play. Second and 11 here for Minot High School as we are down to 7:15 to play in our first half. Again, we do apologize. We're aware of our scoring issue on the screen here tonight, not for lack of effort. Sometimes that technology doesn't work. We'll have a small fix for you coming at halftime tonight. We do appreciate you joining us on the PSP Network and being a part of our mission of promoting high school athletes. Second down and 11 for the Magi. Burke working from the gun with Broderick to his left. Wideouts on each side. Kraft, the intended target, into the end zone. Touchdown. Flag on the play, however, as Kraft gets in.
I thought it maybe was pass interference, and this isn't going to matter. I didn't see anything with Kraft pushing off. I could be wrong.
Well, the officials have the conversation. We've got the Ryan Family Dealerships replay queued up as soon as we get the call on the field. Here comes that call. It is defensive holding. We watch it back, and Caden Kraft for the third time this year from Kellen Burke finds Petert. Minot High's up 13-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
You see that Kraft, that safety coming over late. Burke just kind of throwing it up, saying, hey, wide receiver's going to go make a play, kind of underthrow it in that situation. He can adjust, come back to it.
Can the Magi get one more? They can, right down Broadway. Through the uprights, Minot High leads 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Caden Kraft from Kellen Burke for the third time this year. I wouldn't say a commanding lead, but the Magi are certainly in the driver's seat late to the first half of football. 6:39 to play, to be exact.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips. The pros in men's hair.
While we see another look at it here, just around the 35-yard line for the Magi. Burke to Kraft, and Minot High School leads 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We knew that Kraft was going to be good this year. That's why he made the poster for PSP Network. And the Minot Market, one of those players that's got such a high potential. How about this run back? Hang on to your hats. Ajo all the way back up to midfield, crosses the 50-yard line, up to the 45, and the run back there for the Shanley specialty teams player is a big one.
That wedge was set up. They had the whole far side there. I'm going to give some love to Jaron Melhoff. He was getting blocked there, shred the block, forced that play up back into the middle field where he knew he had help. Might have saved 6 there, Nick, for Minot High.
48-yard line of the Magi where the ball's lined up here. Andrew Goodmanson watching tonight, not to be confused with the 52-yard line, by the way, as the ball's going to be carried forward. Youngmark was the one on the carry. On its defensive line there to make the stop, brings up a second down, just about 9 to go. Back to pass, across the middle, incomplete. Jack Spatter back in, taking the snaps here for Shanley. Saw Busek on the last drive.
3rd and 9 now.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9 here for the Shanley Deacons.
Minot's defense is just sitting on that. They are ready. They see that motion coming out. They're not even, he's just sitting, holding his ground, knowing his job on that play.
Tonight's game brought to you by Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots or senior portraits. It's Mason Kramer. Find him on all social media platforms and MasonKramerPhotography.com. You want to talk about a talented gentleman in the art world? Mason Kramer and his photography skills, unlike anything else. Big thanks, Mason. We appreciate you. And your help to our mission of promoting local athletes across our great state. Well, Shanley tries it again after the 5-yard penalty. It's a third down and a long 15. Quick hitter, Youngmark's got it. But so do the Magi is coming in and making the stop for the Magicians. Flying in was Anthony Alexander. And it's going to bring up a fourth down and long here for Shanley.
I've seen Alexander make some really good, kind of unnoticed plays here tonight. What he's doing on that position on the edge, playing fast, trying to blow it up. Even if you don't make the play, you get the play back to your teammates for them to make one.
This ball's going to be sent down into the Minot High territory, rolled all the way down to just about the 1-yard line. Burke thought that was going into the end zone, and Minot High is going to have it inside their 1. How about that play as the ball rolls down? Look at where this ball ends up on a bounce here on Orion Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, we're going to call it about the half-yard line there, Nick. Great punt.
Well, Minot High in dangerous territory here, working from inside the red-painted end zone of the Shanley Deacons. 5:23 left. First half, 14-0. Magi on top. The Deacons last year were known for their offense. Their defense was good. However, offensively, Shanley was the best team in the state of North Dakota. Minot High had the best defense in the entire state with the points per game of the yard production against. That offense versus defense matchup last year was something that we really hyped up and looked forward to in the state title game. Different here a bit this year with where these teams are at. And of course, we're only in week number 3 and only the second game of the year for the Magi, who sit at 0-1 after losing 1 week ago on Friday night on their home field to the Cheyenne Mustangs by a touchdown. Burke's going to try to just push this ball forward a bit.
I like that smart play call. Try and give yourself a little more room. If you ever played Madden football growing up, we call that engage 8. Load that line of scrimmage, blitz, and try and get a safety, try and get something on the board, some kind of momentum, get the football back. It's a good strategy, but like I said, good push up front by Minot. Give him a little more room, Nick.
How many Mountain Dews did a young Bryce Skutnik have playing Madden back in the day? That would be quite a trivia question, I'd have to think.
We should do that one night.
Trying to push it forward again are the Magi. They're going to gain some ground again. Ball's up to just about the 5-yard line on the quarterback keeper from Kellen Burke. Then again, when you're the athlete of the year at Jim Hill circa 1998, it's kind of hard to be all hyped up on Mountain Dew, isn't it?
1998. We're talking on pretty soon, Nick. We're going to say that was 30 years ago.
Was that the year that it was that you won that award at Jim Hill Middle School?
It's got to be close. It's got to be close.
4:16 ticks down. First half. Shanley fans are on their feet and for good reason. Third down and a long 7 for the Magi deep in their own territory. Handoff Broderick finds a seam, cuts, breaks free. Broderick's all the way up to the 30-yard line, and the muscle of Broderick carries him out for a first down.
Finally some room between the tackles there. Broderick running so hard to bring down. Huge first down. Bleed some more clock down here in the first half. Already up 2 scores.
Well, Broderick had one man to beat on the play. He was trying to be off to the races. We talked about lightning speed of Ruziska a year ago and Broderick being more of a bulldozer. However, Broderick has that get-up-and-go speed as well once he's out of the flats or finding the edge. That's why Bubba Schweigert's recruited him to play at the University of North Dakota for the Fighting Hawks next year.
His build, his game reminds me of a guy your age, Trey Tagovailoa, big Minot High running back in the day. Very similar style running.
Bulldozers. You don't want to be on the other side of those hits.
Definitely not.
It's what the Shanley defensive core looks to do here. They've got 4 linebackers in the box as it's going to be held here by Burke. Fakes the handoff. Burke trying to cut free. Now he dances. Dances a bit more. Short gain on the play for the Magi, but it will still be a third down and 4 to go here for Minot High School. Time wearing down to 2:49 left in our first half. Tonight's game on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends at Shields. Shields of Minot and Bismarck. They have every sporting good underneath the sun, along with footwear and fashion. It's Shields.com, where you can view their massive inventory. They've got everything in there, Bryce, I'm telling you. Shields also brings you the Player of the Week each and every week on the PSP Network. Big thank you to Shields for the continued support of our mission of promoting high school athletes. Third down, Burks back to pass. He's going to take a shot across the middle. Got it off to Kraft. He's tattooed, but he got the first down. Another flag on the play.
Like they got an offensive lineman downfield on this one. He got too far. He knew it. Kind of turned around. Kind of gave the my bad.
Penalties declined here by Shanley. Brings up a third down. There's 2 flags on the play.
Yep, that's what they accepted the second one. It was a legal lineman downfield. So
Sid Cichy Stadium is packed tonight. Brings up a third down and 9 here for the Magi. Hometown faithful decked out in red here tonight. Another flag on the play as this one's going to be set down. Kraft one-handed. He's got it. Kraft's going to cut it up to the 45. Bust free over the 50. Watch this play here from Caden Kraft. One hand on the football in the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. However, there is a flag down on the field.
I think that was with his left hand, too. What a play by Kraft. I don't know if it's going to count, though, Nick. Yeah, he's having a conversation with Hendershot over there on the sideline. He don't like it.
Chauncey Hendershot with the hat off. Having the conversation with the white hat. And Caden Kraft having the same conversation here. Here's the call. Well, some things to clean up here in week 3 for both Shanley and Minot High School.
They got him for illegal formation there. Yeah, they did. Ooh. He races a highlight reel play there, Nick, in his ball game by Kraft. You could see the disappointment once he looked back and saw the flag on the field.
3rd and 14. Ball at Minot High's 18-yard line, 1:51 left in the first half. Motion again from Minot High School. That time Prestwich unhooked the plow and took off. And Minot High is going to be marched back 5 more yards. This is 3rd down and a country mile coming here for the Magi, deep in their own territory. They worked from getting all the way down within the half-yard line, with Broderick getting them out to the 20, then some. Now it's like a pendulum. They're swinging back the wrong way here if you're a Magi fan.
Had 2 throws for first downs negated by penalties. A 3rd and 4 has become a 3rd and 19.
Well, we talked about the Shanley fans. Now they're up for good reason. Plenty to cheer about here. Minot High deep in their own territory. Another flag on the play.
Delay a game on this one.
Chauncey Hendershot over on the Minot High sideline. I'm guaranteeing you he's about ready to throw that hat to the ground, I'd have to think.
3rd down and 24.
3rd and 24 for the Magi with 1:51 left here in the first half. They lead 14-0, but a penalty-plagued drive has the Magi back in their own territory. Here's Burke trying to cut free. Stripped with the football. Ends up on a play, and Minot High is going to be forced to punt on a 4th down. And long from deep inside their own territory with 1:46 left to the first half.
That does stop the clock here, too, so you got to believe Deacon should have some decent field position with about 1.5 minutes or so to work with here in the first half.
Minot forced to punt with a 14-0 lead. And punting from deep inside their own territory, by the way, here is Burke towers it up. Oh, it's going to be a short punt all the way up to the 40-yard line. Takes a Minot High bounce. Now it falls backwards, and the Magi will fall on the football there. Shanley's got the opportunity. 1:38 left here in the first half of football. They trail 14-0, but the offense comes out, and they're looking for some fireworks here to close out the second quarter.
There's a huge difference, obviously, 14-0 compared to maybe 14-7, 14-3. Try and get some momentum going into the second half of this ball game.
Working from the right hash. Quick hitter. It's complete. Into the hands it went, and up with the carry there was Mitchell. And Landon Mitchell's going to pick up just about 4 on the play, maybe 5. He does get 5, and it's a second down at 5 as time starts wearing thin. A minute 20 ticking down here in the first half. Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. Hope you join us for that. We'll have the highlights and the recap of the first half of football. Meyer rushed over to the left, tossed downfield, into the hands, and then out it was there, but incomplete for Kai Zabel, the wide receiver.
Had a pretty good look. It looked like Zabel had a step on him there. As he looked off, he looked to the right side, faked it there, went back to Zabel. Had an opportunity for a big play. Just better defense than the story of the first half. That Magi defense has been stifling.
Minute 7 left here in the first half. Tossed out again. That time it's incomplete. It was intended for Mitchell again on the quick hitter. Brings up a 4th down and 5 now as Shanley works with a minute 4 left here in the first half of football, trailing by a pair of touchdowns. Jax Mattern works from the gun again, parked right at the left hash of the Minot High 40-yard line, Mattern looks over to the near sideline looking for the play call. Gets the call that he wants. 2 wide receivers on the left, 2 on the right, 1 in the backfield. Play clock wearing down to 7. Mattern back to pass. Has company. Throws it across the middle. Oh, Caden Kraft came up with the hand of the way, and Kraft bats it down. Minot gets the ball back.
What a great play by Kraft. I thought the Deacons had him behind the coverage there. I believe it was Hallcraft. Just better, like I said, just better defense. What a play by Kraft, knocking that down, forcing the turnover on downs.
Well, the Magi, with a minute on the dot to play here in the first half, lead 14-0. They take the play call here from the far sideline. Ball's going to be worked right at the 35. Their own side of the field, working from the right hash. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Broderick in the backfield with Gudd. Action from Burke. Broderick up Broadway, and he's going to be met there. Mitchell playing that linebacker position as well, and Mitchell makes the stop.
I think maybe Coach Hendershot might just be satisfied with the 14-0 lead here. Just run the football, try and run out the clock here in the first half.
We'll take a break. PNC National Bank scoreboard, 14-0 Minot High School. 50 seconds remains in the first half.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The rematch of last year's state title game. Nowhere near a carbon copy of what it was a year ago. Here's Burke on the keeper. Burke's going to cut freeze up over midfield, right to the 51, and Kellen Burke picks up a first down, and then some as the Magi march down the field, down to 43.9 seconds left here in the first half of football.
Kind of changes things here, Nick. Obviously, you're at midfield. Probably going to try now to get some more points before the half.
Ball's run forward here by Anderson, and Anderson dancing his way near that first down pylon, but quite a bit more distance than originally thought there for my brain. It's going to be a second down and about 4 to go. Timeout on the field here for the Magi. We're going to take a step aside once again. 14-0 Magi, 30 seconds left in the first half of football.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Second down and 4 for Minot High to end the first half. Burke goes downfield. It's up and incomplete. The secondary coverage was there. Kraft was the one that was the intended target, but down out of the backfield, coming up with the play, Michael Holcraft, the junior free safety, was there to slam the door.
I love the play call. Another one-on-one for Kraft. Hey, give him a shot, see if you can make something big happen before the half. Try and extend this lead.
25 seconds left here before our Magic Towing halftime report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. From the gun, Burke works again. Rolls out to his right. Quick hitter. Bledsoe's got it. He's at the 30. Bledsoe steamrolled there. The stop is going to be made, and making that play was number 6, David Holcraft. Playing the corner position. First down, however, for the Magi. They've got another play to run, at least 14 seconds. Down to 13, now 12, 11, down to 10. Minot High is going to spike the football. Clock will stop. Burke's going to get the play call coming here. Minot High is going to have at least one more shot at 6 more.
Yeah, maybe try and set something up, get Burke a field goal comfortable in his range where he's comfortable, he can make it. Maybe something towards the sideline here to get out of bounds. I do apologize. I'm not aware of the timeout situation. It hasn't changed on the scoreboard over there, so I'm not aware if Minot has one or not, Nick.
Well, we do apologize for our scoring situation. Normally we'd have that on the screen for you, but if it's not on the board here at Cincinnati Stadium, we wouldn't have it anyway, my friend. Burke rolls out to the right, looks to the left, fires downfield. It's caught. Bedell into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's just a jump ball. Throw it up to Bedell. Say, hey, go get it, big guy. 0.9 left on the clock. And he muscles his way into the end zone. Ooh, spoke too soon, Nick. Coming back. Legal man downfield.
A legal man downfield for the Magi. And for the third time this year, the Magicians are going to take a touchdown back. Minot High will work with a third down and a long 14 to go, 0.9 seconds left in the ball game. They're going to have one more play to run. Does Burke have the foot that's that deep?
I think they're going to try it here, Nick.
Timeout called by Minot their last time out of the half.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and go for the 3 here.
Well, the timeout is called. Chauncey Hendershot talking things over with his Magi. Same thing happens with Darren Mattern here on the near sideline with the Shanley Deacons. Magic Towing halftime report again right around the corner. Minot North was taking on Wahpeton tonight in AA football. Wahpeton 21, Minot North 35 in the fourth quarter with 2:25 left in that ball game. Minot North might be for real, folks. They're receiving votes in the most recent media poll. St. Mary's taking on Grand Forks Central. That's the other game on the PSP network tonight down in Bismarck. 8-6 ball game at the end of the first half. Well, Burke's going to try it from 50. Does the young man have the boot? Last play of the first half. It's up, but no good. Gave it the old college try, just a bit short. 14-0 at the break. The Magi have the lead. Let's go to our Magic Towing halftime report.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Magic Towing halftime report is upon us. We do apologize for the long delay, working on getting you some sort of a scoreboard fix for our second half. We appreciate you being with us tonight here on the PSP Network. Nick Holberg alongside of Mr. Bryce Gutnick. Bryce, we've got ourselves a ball game. Your thoughts on the first half of football?
Kind of sloppy. A lot of penalties on both sides there. Obviously, the Magi, those last couple drives, one of them taking away a touchdown there. Huge. Still only a 2-possession game with the amount of turnovers by the Deacons, the 3 interceptions. Still only down 2 scores. You never know. You come out on this first drive, try and get some points on the board, try and get it to a 1-score game. You're right there.
For the Magi defensively, we saw a pick 6. We also saw Minot High post a goose egg in that first half of football. If your Chauncey Hendershot outside of the amount of penalties that were called in the first half, what do you think the main talking point would be at the halftime break?
I might just reiterate, it's penalties. I know you said that, but it's the sloppy play. The defensive line, just simple things like not watching the ball, a lot of encroachment penalties, a lot of linemen downfield in those situations. That's hard. Those penalties are kind of tough. You want to continue to block and be responsible for your man, but hey, they still dominated the half of football. The defensive line's been terrific in this game for the Magic.
Now, I can say this because I went there, and this is my home base. Nobody likes losing to Minot. I know that much is the truth. If you're Troy Madden right now, what do you think the big message is? A lot like Minot High's message from Chauncey Hendershot. Obviously, Shanley doesn't want to go down to Minot High 2 times in a row.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame. You're giving up 43 points a game to start this season, and you got to be happy with the defensive effort. I know you're down 14-0. You've turned the ball over, but the defense has held their own here for the Deacons. You got to get something going offensively. It's been really tough for both teams to run the football. They're going to have to erupt for a big play with the single coverage that Minot's playing on the outside and try and hit something and get Mattern going.
Taking a look at the numbers of this ball game again coming into the showdown here tonight. We talked about where these teams were ranked and how they stand right now coming in. Well, this game really doesn't mean anything in the state of North Dakota besides where you see in yellow there the rank. Minot High's ranked number 4. Shanley's ranked number 6, if you will, receiving votes. They're not in the top 5, but they're the only other team that did receive votes. We can look at that in a moment. Knowing that it doesn't really matter for anything other than that ranking and just a confidence builder, these numbers really don't mean much. However, some things that both teams would like to tighten up here in week number 3. The poll, it's fun to talk about as media members and people that vote on this. You and I get that opportunity. Top 5 in the state, Cheyenne, the team to beat Bismarck at number 2, Mandan 3. Minot at 4, Davies at 5. Big thanks to ServPro bringing you these numbers and the top 5 in North Dakota high school football. Bismarck, Cheyenne, Mandan, those 3 right now are the favorites in the state of North Dakota. Frankly, I'd like to get a good look at the Demons and what Mark Gibson has to offer this year, because the word on the street in the football community is that Bismarck High is for real in 2024.
Bismarck High always, they seem to have it, be super competitive every year. Down the way, we got a good one. Bruin, Mandan, Cheyenne, Nick, 15-8. Mandan in the lead there. I believe they went to the second half. Or they might be at the half of that one, Nick.
Wow. Well, Mandan might be the team to beat inside of North Dakota. It's going to be fun to see where it all shakes out. By the way, we've got a busy schedule next week. You want to see Bismarck High? Well, you got them right here on the PSP Network. Number 1, Cheyenne at number 2, Bismarck. Next Friday night, 7 o'clock, the Bismarck boys will have that call for you on the PSP Network. Meanwhile, Bryce and I will have Davies and Minot High coming up on Friday at 7. More WDA volleyball action next week. Williston at Minot High, Bismarck's at Century, and Dickinson at Minot High coming up on Saturday. By the way, there is one more game this week. Tomorrow, it's Minot against Bismarck in boys high school soccer. Well, we have reached the end of our Magic Towing halftime report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. Second half of football comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Yep.
Well, again, we do apologize for our tech issue here tonight with that scoreboard on the screen. Sometimes things are just out of our hands. That's one of them here this evening. But Scott Lurch working about as hard as he possibly can for us here tonight. I promised him it would be easy. We had him on a ladder trying to hook up a camera to shoot back to the scoreboard here tonight. Scotty, thanks for doing what you do, my friend. We appreciate you greatly. Nick Holbrook, Bryce Gutnick on the call here tonight from Sid Cichy Stadium here in Fargo, North Dakota. Bryce, time for our second half of football. It's brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State, with more than 96% of recent grads are either employed or continuing their education. Minot State University bringing you tonight's ball game in the second half. Shanley's in red if you're just joining us. Minot High's in white. Scoring recap from that first half. Anderson had a pick 6 into the end zone for the touchdown. Burke to Kraft from 27 yards out. Minot had 2 touchdowns called back. They also had 2 chances for field goals that both missed. And that's where we stand at a 2-score ball game at the end of our first half with 24 minutes played. Time for our second set of 24. Ball is in the air, and we are underway for our second half. Blake Anderson on the carry back, got it up to just about the 33. Then he's going to be pushed back on the play. And it will be a first down and 10 for the Magi. Don't take this the wrong way. Would you like this light on or off? I want to set the mood right for you here tonight. Are you able to see out this window with that light on, or would you like it off tonight, my friend?
I kind of like it on now. I was a little skeptical at first, but I think I might go with on.
Yeah, let's keep it on for you then, if that's what you would like to do. I'm more than happy having it on for you here, my friend. You look good on TV tonight, I think.
I appreciate it.
First down and 10 for the Magi. They won the opening toss tonight. They deferred, so they get the ball here in the second half. And we are off and roaring as Burke hands it off. There's Broderick. Oh, big seam. 50, 45, 40. Hello, Griffin Broderick, the North Dakota commit, all the way down inside the 10. And you see what he brings to the table. Marches the Magi deep into the Serve Pro red zone.
You just wonder how long this Deacon defensive front can hold up. They played so well, but how about that? First play of this half, Broderick gets loose. Might be a big tackle there towards the sideline here. Sets up a 1st and goal.
Broderick barreling forward down near the 5. Second down and goal situation here for the Magi. 6 more for Minot High to go up 20-0 would be big at this point in the ball game with the way they have played defensively.
Yeah, what a start to the second half. Get that big play. Broderick gets loose. But Deacon's defense has really played well in the red zone here. Let's see if they can continue to do that. Maybe try and force a field goal. That'd be a huge win right now.
Kraft alone wide out over on the right side. They hand off Anderson. No, they don't. They go to Burke. Finds Kraft. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Magi.
Just a great out pattern there. Ran by Kraft, kind of selling it on the run fake. Sticking his foot down, getting towards the pylon. Another 6 for the Magi.
Kraft is into the end zone. Second touchdown of the ball game. And Kraft has found his way into the end zone once again. 4th time on the year here for Kraft. Kick is up through the uprights. It is good. The Magi now have the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard by a score of 21-0. Shanley gets the ball back when we come back.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Nothing like a little Metallica to bring us back into Sid Cichy Stadium as Minot High will boot it away here to Shanley. 10:54 is what remains here in our third quarter of play. Minot High 21, Shanley nothing on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Ball's in the air. The Deacons are going to field it back inside their own end zone. It went down, so it will be a touchback, and Shanley will start at their own 20. This ball game brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza proudly serving the region for over 25 years. If you need a place for a birthday party or a get-together, a reunion, I'm telling you, Planet Pizza, not only do they have the best pizza in the world, I really do believe that is the best stuff that there is. Try them for a lunch buffet or have your next party there at Planet Pizza. 701-852-1700, planetpizzaND.com. Quick hitter, near side, it's complete. Ball's going to be scampered up to Jake Kraft, the senior wide receiver, his 12th reception of the year. He's gobbled up by the Magi secondary, and it's a 2nd down and 8.
Alexander's had a great night out there on the edge trying to blow up those wide receiver screens. really relying on his teammates to make the tackles after that.
Jack's battered back. He's got pressure on top of him. Fired across. Picked off. Blake Anderson's got it. Anderson to the edge. Second time tonight to the Pater. Touchdown.
Was having trouble finding and locating the football there, Nick. I thought one of the defensive linemen had it for a minute. It ends up in Anderson's hands. His second pick 6 on the evening.
Blake Anderson to the house. And Minot High leads big now by a score of 27-0.
What a start to this second half. Already 28, pending the extra point. 28-0 here. Another turnover by the Deacons.
Well, for a kid that wasn't picked off at all in the first 2 games of the season, on the attempts that he had, he's been picked off 4 times here tonight. And I think really what that means is the credit needs to go to Minot High's defense and the pressure that they put on here this evening. One more look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Second time tonight, Blake Anderson, pick 6. Magi up big.
National Bank is developing relationships. I love working with people. We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them. It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, PNC.
$28-0 Magi, 10:19 to play. Third quarter. Minot High's got to be feeling the momentum now, don't they?
Yeah, come out like that in the second half. He said the first possession, Broderick, huge run, setting them up. And then they get another pick 6 from Anderson.
Ball's fielded here by Ajeo. Ajeo dropped it back at the goal line. Something out of nothing. The message here, he gets up to the 30. Solid candidate for our move of the game, by the way. That second pick 6 of the contest from Blake Anderson.
I'm still not really sure how he ended up with that one, Nick. I was watching Bedell. I thought Eichhorn ended up with it the way he took off, but he was just starting the block parade there in front of Anderson.
On the carry, ball's up to midfield. The spin move from Landon Mitchell brings it up to the 47-yard line. And Shanley's got some momentum and jam now here midway through the third quarter. Mitchell again, dancing to his right, stepping to his left, and then into traffic. He's going to be shut down there. Minot High had the stop made from Peyton Jolliffe, the senior linebacker. Second down and 9 as Shanley hurries up here with wideouts on each side. Mattern tosses downfield. Intended on the near sideline. And the coverage was there from Aaron Prestwich. Has nowhere to go on the play for Jake Kraft. And Minot High brings up the defense on a stop again. Third down and 9 still for the Shanley Deacons.
We talked about it in the first half. I talked about it at halftime. The defensive line play has been there all night. Huber with the pressure there on Mattern.
From the gun, Mattern working here. 9:37 to play here in the third quarter. Busting free up the near sideline, right up the near sideline, inside Minot High territory. The run from Landon Mitchell again, and Mitchell moves the chains, and that hurry-up offense now threatening Minot High's D.
Little speed option look there from the Deacons. Mitchell's been a huge spark here on this drive.
Well, he gets it again. Mitchell cut to the left, the right, then the left again. Almost like the cha-cha slide, got it up over the 30-yard line. Ball's going to be marked at the 29, and Shanley works with a second down and 9.5 to go here as Mattern works from the gun again. 2 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left from the left hash. Quick hitter, Mattern fired it across. It was there, but incomplete to Kai Zabel. And it brings up a third down.
Some pressure there, a blitz by Anthony Alexander. I've said his name a few times tonight. You always talk. If you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up. Something good can happen. A deflection, maybe an interception.
2 wide receivers on the right, 2 on the left, 1 in the backfield. Mattern again, falling back to pass. Quick hitter. Little screen play, got up into the hands of Mitchell again. He fell on it before Jolliffe fell on top of him. You know, Minot High's defensive secondary with what they lost with Brady Larson, DJ Jones and company, I mean, they had so many guns and weapons. Jolliffe stepped up nicely so far through the first 2 games here for Minot High School.
And Presswich has had a good game tonight as well.
With pressure, Mattern gets up to near the 20 before he's taken out by Prestwich. You called it. Jolliffe was there to help on the secondary tackle. We're down to 8:30 to play in the third quarter. It is a first down.
It's going to be a Minot first down on that, Nick. I think there's some confusion by the Deacons, but I have them short here. I got to believe this is Minot's ball.
Timeout for a measurement coming here. Well, good eyes, my friend. Northern Plains Heating and Air brings you the ball game tonight. Northern Plains Heating and Air. Seal your heating and air game with Northern Plains. With more than 25 years as the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. This is a big call here in the ball game. Certainly for Shanley, trailing 28-0 after the march they just had up the field.
This is kind of interesting. They're meeting together, but they haven't brought the chains out.
Conversation still happening here with the officials.
Here they come.
Now the chain gang comes out onto the field. You want to talk about an underpaid position in this game that we love so much, especially at the high school level. They've got the Hawaiian shirts on here for the chain gang tonight. I like that. Minot High football.
Mattern's one is short. Turnover on downs. Minot takes over.
Well, the Magi get it back. That could be deflating here for the Shanley Deacons at this point in the ball game, I'd think, Bryce.
You got to love the effort, though, by Mattern. I know you're down 28-0, and fourth down there. He's just trying to put his nose down. He tried to run over Presswich, get that first down. Presswich just got low, made a play, and the ball's back over to the Magi here. Scoreboard's got 27-0, but that last extra point was good, to my knowledge. I have 28-0, Nick.
I have 28-0 as well. Minot High from their own 21. Burke hands off Broderick. Goes right down Broadway again, and Broderick's going to be gobbled up on the play.
Are you a big fan of the Pee Wee football at halftime? I love watching it. Oh.
I thought it was great. I played back in the day, you know.
Were you a blue dot?
I was a blue dot.
I was too. If
they would have given 2 blue dots, I probably would have had an extra as well. Ran into a guy by the name of Luke Domries. Then I quit playing Pee Wee football. Burke hands off to Broderick. Over to his left side. Cuts free. Broderick first down and then sub. He's up over the 32-yard line. And the chains will move for the Magi as they continue on up the field with a 28-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC Bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank.
Noah Bledsoe, senior fullback, has had some really good blocks on that edge to get Broderick some open field. Like I said, the fullback don't get a lot of love. We're going to show him some here tonight.
From the gun, handoff. Blake Anderson's had himself a ball game, and he's got himself quite a run. A gain of just about 8 on the play. Here's a look at the chain gang right here. How do you like that Hawaiian shirt? They're both in those tonight.
That's a good look. Oh, we got an injury. We got a man down here.
Timeout. Official's timeout call.
Official timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. I think Bryce and I would probably look good in Hawaiian shirts. Maybe we'll have to get some of those. 28-0 Magi, under 7 to play, third quarter.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, we do apologize. It is 27-0. The last point after attempt for Kellenberg was no good. Here's Anderson again, trying to make something out of nothing, but he's going to be wrapped up. Taken down to the ground again. Nice play from Landon Mitchell coming in on the secondary tackle.
Mitchell and Dukard in on the tackle for the loss. Deacon fans, it's third down.
27-0 Minot High. 2 touchdowns called back in the ball game. Field goal. 2 of those were missed here in the contest. Minot High could be up even bigger here in this ball game.
To be fair, that was a 50-yard attempt. That's kind of unheard of in high school football, but Berkey had a heck of an effort on that kick.
Long third down for the Magi here. Short snap, Burke. He's got company. Look out, Burke's running over to the near sideline. He's hauled up on the play. The coverage was there, and again, it's Landon Mitchell that comes in hot pursuit.
That's known as a fire drill. That ball's on the ground. You'd love to see him throw it away in that situation, but I tell you what, it's hard. Get out on that edge. Just as long as you're not turning the ball over, I think the Magi will take that and gladly punt it away here up big.
Anderson in the punt for Minot.
Blake Anderson to punt. Towers up to the 50. Drops down, takes a Shanley bounce, and there's another flag on the play.
We're going to have fair catch or kick catch interference on this one, Nick. Didn't give him enough room to make the play on the punt there.
The 15-yard penalty. First down.
15-yard penalty charged here.
Big 15-yarder charged against Minot.
On the Magi. Good eye, Bryce.
Starting to question my vision as we get closer to 40 though. Yeah. On that extra point, I could have swore it was good, but I don't know. We're getting older, we need a little help, We're no spring chickens anymore.
I thought it was good too, my friend.
450-708.
That happens from time to time. Well, if you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, our mission is to promote local athletes across our great state of North Dakota. Do that with the help of all those sponsors. If you haven't already been doing so, we ask that you patronize those places as well that you see on the PSP Network. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here.
We got a good one going over at Cheyenne. A little update for everyone. Mandan 22, Cheyenne 22.
Oh, baby. Well, here come the Deacons. 5:48 left in the third quarter, 27-0. They trail on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They hand off. Oh, Minot High coming up with a big defensive stop, and right there, Johnny on the spot was Adam Rosick. That's going to be a loss of 4 on the play after the handoff came to Joey Yeager. Second down and 14. Yeager's the motion. Mattern's going to be forced out of the pocket, fired away over to the far side, incomplete. Well, the hurry-up offense now sees a third down situation coming here. 3rd and 14.
It's going to be so tough to manufacture some yards through the air. Minot just knows they can get pressure with 4. Your ability to drop back, play some zone, play some man coverage. It's a lot easier game, Nick, I tell you, if you can get pressure with just your 4 up front.
Faked it to Yeager. Mattern with time. Mattern now fires. Incomplete. Burke had the coverage there as that pass was intended for number 21, Jake Kraft. Incomplete. And a 4th down. You would think they're probably in 4-down territory here at this juncture of the ball game.
Yeah, you want to try and do anything you can to get this 1st down. Try, like I said, try and get some type of momentum. Get some points on the scoreboard if you can.
They do go for it. Mattern fires across. Kraft's got it. That's good enough for a 1st down, and Shanley moves the chains into Minot High territory. Up over the 30-yard line. They spot it at the 30, and Shanley is now approaching the ServPro red zone on the Minot High side of the field.
One of the better throws you've seen from Jax Mattern, right on the money there on a big 4th and long to Jake Kraft.
Mattern taking a shot. Kraft, corner, incomplete. Jolliffe tattooed Mattern as he got the throw away, brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the Minot High 30-yard line.
I'm very impressed with Jolliffe tonight. He has been everywhere. High energy guy in that linebacker position. He's the one making the signals out there as well in the defensive calls.
On the BNC Bank scoreboard, 27-0 Minot High, under 5 to play, 3rd quarter.
2nd down.
Encroachment on the Magi. 2nd down and 5. Now to the 25 goes Shanley. On the keeper, Mattern dancing, scampering forward. He's up into the ServPro red zone and then some. 1st down. Up to the 15. Minot High's got a player down on the field. Slow to get up here for the Magi. Was number 16, Anthony Alexander. He's going to be all right. However, the hurry-up offense doesn't give him much time to catch his breath as Mattern calls the shots. Takes it again. On the keeper. Mattern forward. Well, it's Busick actually in there taking the snap, and he's met there by number 8 for the Magi. And again, making the stop for the Magicians, Blake Anderson.
Officials time out for an injury.
I think Alexander's down on the sideline over there. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, he was in some pain just a moment ago. Officials timeout. Does Minot High burn one up here? It looks like we will see a timeout on the field. 27-0 Magi, 4:27 left in our 2nd half. But Shanley pressuring.
Changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for.
Now we do apologize to Trusted Tire. We come back with Busick on the keeper. I thought we were going to get more of a timeout there. We were not, so it brings up a 3rd down and 6 here for the Deacons as they march inside the ServPro red zone.
A little different look here with Busick at quarterback trying to run some. They ran that speed option a little bit. They've had some success with that.
Busick, the lefty, fires over here to the left side. He completes into the hands of Landon Mitchell. Brings up a 4th down.
That's got to be tough. You got a guy like Landon Vidal. He's 6'5", 220, playing the defensive line. Then they drop him into a zone coverage. Guy who kind of do everything.
Busick from the gun. Mitchell to his right side, puts him into motion. Busick takes it here, fires across the middle. It's complete, close to a 1st down. But the defensive stop was made there for the Magi. Was it Kraft that came up with the tackle for Minot High School?
I think he's got it by about the nose. They're going to move the chains. Yep.
1st and goal, Deacons.
Deacons get the 1st down on the run. Busick right towards the goal line. Close, but not in. 2nd down and goal. Shanley's on the doorstep. They're knocking down Bryce. 27-6 has a much different feel than 27-0, no doubt about that, especially with 3:01 left here in the third quarter. Time continuing on. Busek, the Red Sea parts. He's in. Touchdown.
About the lefty coming in at quarterback on that drive, providing a huge spark, the ability to run the football, getting the Deacons on a scoreboard.
Busek is into the end zone. 4th touchdown of the year. And Shanley's on the board for the first time here in this ballgame.
Crowd was really waiting for something to cheer about, Nick. They got really excited on that one. No shutout tonight for the Magi.
Well, they are alive. I'm watching for sure this time, Bryce. Arms are up, and it is good. 27-7, Magi on top, but Shanley's got some momentum, and Busek has his 4th TD of the year. (27-7). Busek gets Shanley on the board. Well, we've got some help coming in tonight. Big thank you, Kevin Beater. The extra point was missed on the last attempt. Thank you, Kevin. And Bedell stripped the quarterback on the fumble return by Anderson. That's how Anderson ended up with the football, so it wasn't a pick six. We are, I wouldn't say we're new to the game, however.
I did think something happened with Bedell on that one. I really thought the ball ended up in Anderson's hands, but I had my eyes on Bedell. I was convinced he did something.
I would say we're probably not batting 100 tonight. However, we're giving it a heck of an effort here tonight. Some smoke in the air here in Fargo right now. Or is that a fog coming out here? The late time hours approaching 9 o'clock here local time. Under 3 to play. It smells like smoke, my friend. Not many opportunities left for the s'mores on the back patio. Did you have a good summer? Did you enjoy summer?
I always do. We were talking about the weather today. It still wouldn't even bother me if it was 85 for 90 degrees for a few weeks. I'm to that point. I just kind of dread the winters. I love the sports season, but I do not enjoy the cold, my friend.
From the gun, Burke works here. First down and 10 for the Magi. Burke rolls out. He's got company. Burke falls back, fires it across. He's got Bedell. First down. Oh, big play. Bedell's got the first down, and then he was tattooed on the play. Mitchell came in on the stop. He had help. Look at Burke on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. 50 years and more. In Western North Dakota, locations in Minot and Williston, Ryan Family Dealerships. They have 5 locations to be exact. Browse their massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. Yeah, summer was good, my friend. There's a timeout on the field with the injured player. Summer was good. I'm glad you got to witness my all-time best golf score in the history. That was a magical day. And by the way, this week is the PSP Cup. Place your bets now on which member of the PSP staff ends up with the trophy when it's all said and done.
I won't be there, my friend, nor did I have any sort of chance of winning it. So there's no, my odds would have been very, very far off of winning the PSP Cup. I did witness the round by you at the country club. You putting shots to 3 or 4 feet. Golf's a lot of fun if you're doing that, Nick.
After that beautiful 73, I went out with an 89 and a 91. Broderick on the carry. Uh-oh, is the ball on the ground?
Let's see here. I had him down.
Shanley saying they've got the football. The white hat saying that he was already down in the play. Yeah, Todd Domrys, Scott Woodmansey, Joe and Josh Cattell, Chuck Claremont. Those gentlemen I just named, it's a combined like 9 handicap, my friend. Total, combined, not just each of them. I'm saying that collectively, when you've got Cattell that's a +3 or something like that. Here's Burke, downfield, Kraft wide open. Oh, just missed him. Incomplete.
Yeah, my 13 is higher than all those guys combined, Nick. So.
Speaking of 13, not to bury anybody on this, but it's a funny conversation in a 27-7 ball game that's worth talking about. Tyler Hagan, our official photographer for tournament time. He's going to be in the PSP Cup at Hawk Tree this week. I asked him what his handicap was. He said 13.6. Last time I played with him, shot like a 71. I said, that's impossible. This is for money and the cup, my friend. Well, wish us all luck. Should be fun this week coming up. 3rd down here for the Magi. 7 to go for the Magicians midfield with a 27-7 lead. 1:51 is what remains here in the 3rd quarter. Hard count for the Magi. Somebody jumped. Was it a red shirt?
Yeah, they got the Deacons a far end, far sideline, the corner there. Encroachment.
5 extra yards for the Magi.
Makes it 3rd down and 7, but it's still 3rd down. Let's hear it, man.
Big difference, Nick, between 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. Now you're looking at 3rd and 3, a much more manageable. Maybe see a run play here and then maybe look for him to go on 4th down if they don't get it in this short yardage situation.
Chauncey Hendershot, the gentleman on your screen in the maroon hat, the head coach of the Magi, giving Kellen Burke the call. Chauncey at 26-18 in his time at Minot High School. That personal record was helped last year going 11-1 to a state championship. Broderick gets it. Broderick bulldozes his way forward.
Ball's out.
Ball is on the ground this time. Still loose on the ground. Shanley's got it.
Some really good tackling by the Deacons. Flying to the football on that play. Helmet on the ball. Jarring it loose.
Gabe Danderen comes up with the fumble recovery, and the Deacons get the ball back.
A little slippery there for a while, but the Deacons do end up with it.
The mad scramble was on. Broderick isn't stripped very often. He is on that play, and Shanley gets the ball back. After they scored, just possession ago, they go into motion again. Mattern falls back to pass. Deep shot, downfield, one-on-one coverage. It's picked off. Caden Henderson comes up with the play for the Magi. 4th time in the ball game. Minot High gets the ball back.
You see it at all levels, Nick. I like the play call. You're coming off that momentum, forcing that turnover. A lot of teams, every level, they're going to take a shot. And they did, and it's just blanket coverage there by Caden Henderson and being a ball hog and coming down with it.
You lose Anthony Brown in the secondary. All-region player for the Magi. He was our MVP last year on multiple occasions. Wasn't the biggest guy in the book by any means, only at 5'9" or 5'10", but boy, Anthony Brown was going to be a big void to fill for the Magi. And the secondary here tonight has done a nice job of that 4th time that they've picked off Mattern in the ballgame.
I love that confidence by Chauncey Hendershot, that call out of after the turnover. Broderick fumbled it that last play. Go right back to him. Short memory. Forget about that fumble.
Mike Holcraft with the stop of the Deacons.
Down to a minute 3 left here in the 3rd quarter. This time Burke works from under center. Prestwich the motion man. They fake the handoff. They give to Broderick. Broderick bulldozing forward up to the 29-yard line before he's hauled up on the play.
Just short, be about the 29-yard line.
Third down and short coming for the Magi.
Sorensen with the stop for the Deacons, and it is third down.
Another big play coming here from Minot High School. Even bigger play for Shanley at this point in the ball game. Half a minute ticks down, play clock's at 14. The battle in the trenches. Right in your living room at home here. There's going to be hard count opportunity coming, and then Chauncey Hendershot uses a timeout here. 27-7 Magi on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC, your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit us online, bnc.bank.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Third down and short for the Magi. Burke's going to look to just dive forward with the football. He will do that, and a first down for Minot High School. Oh, we do apologize. There we go. Update from right down the road at Cheyenne. Mandan now has a 3-point lead. Is that right, Bryce?
Was it 3 or 4? I'll double check for us here. 29-25, Mandan up 4 with 4 minutes left to play in the ball game.
27-7 here. We're through 3 quarters to play. Fourth quarter comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Broderick on the carry. He's going to pick up a first down as we start our fourth quarter of play. Back up to midfield at the 45-yard line. Well, we talked about the Minot High schedule and how tough it is. Up next for the Magi, they've got Davies at home next Friday night, a game that we'll have right here on the PSP Network. They open up conference play right around the corner against Bismarck High School. But in between Davies and Bismarck High, Minot High will have a matchup with West Fargo. Back here on the east side of the state, that's at West Fargo coming up the 20th of September, a game that we'll have on the PSP Network.
Update, Davies 38, Legacy 14, a final tonight.
Well, Davies is for real. Legacy's been putting some scores up as of late as well.
First and 10 now for Minot at the Deacon, 45-yard line.
Minot High okay with taking some time off the play clock here. 18 seconds is what remains on the play clock as 10:55 ticks down here in regulation. Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors bring you the postgame show tonight. Join us for that. We'll have our move of the game brought to you by Serve Pro. And the MVP brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Get the app online. Sign in. It's quick, it's convenient, it's fast and friendly. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips. They bring you tonight's MVP. Tweet at us at Network PSP and let us know who you think the MVP should be here tonight. Timeout Magi. Quick timeout from Minot High. We're going to keep it right here. Prestwich Orthodontics bringing you the ball game tonight on the PSP Network, by the way. Prestwich Orthodontics specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in the office. You can enjoy professional treatment in a relaxed, fun atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. First and 10 for the Magi from the Shanley 45. Burke faked the pass, then he's on the run. Burke gobbled up. Handful of Deacons on top of him. And coming up with the stop for Shanley was big number 74 on the front line. And making the play there was number 74, Nick Anderson.
Oh, well, we had the clock go. Oh, it's back on. We're okay. No score on it now, but there we go. Got a little bit of everything tonight, Nick.
Into the ball game on the run for the Magi, and carrying the football forward on the play was Taven Backman. Backman 5 yards shy of the first down, brings up a third down and 5. Well, Minot High's in the driver's seat in this ball game. Clock management and wearing that thin is probably the name of the game. Just containing and taking care of the football. Is that what your message would be?
Absolutely. No turnovers. Try and manage another first down here. You can bleed another at least 3 or 4 minutes off that clock.
Burke rolls out to the right side. He's got the motor on. Burke busting free. He's going to get close to that first down marker, but not quite there. It's going to be a fourth down. Where do they mark the football? 4th and 1 coming here for the Magi with 9:04 left in regulation. Minot High is now 3-3 in the playoffs against Shanley. 7-6 all time. 2-0 in the title game against the Deacons. But Shanley has had some powerful years as well in the AA world. Their 25 state titles make them a favorite almost every single year. Burke under center, trying to push forward here.
He's got it.
First down for the Magi. Ball's going to be marked well past the 35. He got up to the 33. And another fresh set of downs here for Minot High School.
I'm so impressed with the depth, the amount of kids on this out here for football here at Shanley. 22 seniors on that roster.
When you've got a culture, you've got a pedigree that you bring and carry in. We talked about the walk into Sid-City Stadium tonight. If you're in the program, in the school system at Shanley, obviously I'd have to think that there's some pride involved in being in that program. Broderick on the carry. Tumbles his way forward just about to the 25-yard line. Where do they mark the football at? Not as gracious as I had him at. It's going to be at the 28. Brings up a second down. 8:07 ticks away.
You're talking about that, the culture, Nick. And a lot of that has to do with head coach Troy Mattern and what he's done here in the 8 seasons.
Griffin Broderick in the backfield. Will he get another touch? He will. Broderick to the right. Doesn't go far. He's wrapped up right at the line. And making the stop there for Shanley was number 52, Max Sorensen, one of the Deacon captains. Another third down coming here as the Magi look to embark on the Serve Pro red zone. Steady dose of Metallica here tonight. It's been good.
They had a good run of Foo Fighters there, too. You know how much I love them.
Burke under center. Wideouts on each side. 2 in the backfield. Burke Fakes the handoff. Oh, he's got company. Turns the Jets on Burks up over the 30, down to the 20. Scampers out of bounds at about the 16. And Kellen Burke on the run gives Minot High a first down and a fresh set as they are inside the Serpro red zone.
Great play call. Really sold the play action there. Got out on the edge. Realized he can get to the sideline there. Gets the first down. Avoids a hit. Moves the chains for the Magi.
Well, we talked about Kellen Burke coming into the ball game. 12 carries for 29 yards last week, averaging 2.4 per night. He was 12 for 19 for 181 yards through the air with a pair of touchdowns. Replacing Lucas Beater after a sensational year as the Magi QB a year ago. Two kids with much different builds, as Beater quite a bit bigger than Burke. Burke coming in at 5'10". Not the tallest quarterback you're going to see inside of 3A football in North Dakota, but boy, does he have some speed.
He's so scrappy, just an ultimate competitor. Last play on that bootleg, you really saw the speed he can provide. And we mentioned this earlier in the ball game with his lack of reps at the quarterback position here. He steps in and something he just hasn't done. And in his second game here, the senior, doing a really good job tonight, Nick.
In the Serpro red zone, Burke works here. Broderick up Broadway. Paydirt, touchdown. Griffin Broderick, for the first time on the season, gets into the end zone. And you can add 6 on to the board for the Magi. 35-7, Minot High School.
No penalties on that one. That one's going to count for Broderick. How about a second half for him? He's really imposed his will. The ability to run the football's been there in the second half.
Burke is going to come on for the point after attempt. This one's up. It looks good from here. The officials both have their arms in the air. You know what that means? It is good. 34-7. Minot High on top.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
34-7. Minot High on top on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They got to get that bulb changed on the board down there. They had me fooled. I thought it said 35, and clearly math isn't the strong suit of yours truly. Point after was good. 34-7 is the score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Deep into Shanley territory comes. Agio was on the reception, and the carry back got up to near the 15 before he was hit by the Minot High Bullets. And the Shanley offense comes back out trailing big late in the ballgame with 6:03 ticking down. Back to that conversation on Kellen Burke that we had with Chauncey Hendershot earlier on tonight. Chauncey was talking about Burke not being at that quarterback spot since back in 8th or 9th grade. That's quite a while being out of that position. He was a special teams expert a year ago. Two-way player for the Magi, and my goodness, he's really been a bright spot early on here in this campaign.
Yeah, what really stood out, he has all the confidence in the world in Burke to get the job done.
Jager had the carry first down and then some. Ball's at the 22-yard line as the Deacons work on their own side of the field. You got to love a coach like Chauncey Hendershot and the positivity that he speaks and that confidence, like you mentioned, that he's got in his players. That pass is tossed out. Holcraft has it. Holcraft's up over the 30 before he's wrangled up on the play. Helping on the stop was Kraft for the Magi. Chauncey, this is a question for you. Do you have confidence in the young man playing the QB1 spot? Dead serious without even thinking twice? Absolutely. You got to love that from the headman, don't you?
His energy, he has confidence. They could be down how many scores. We've seen that. He always thinks his team has a chance to win. He has belief in his guys that they can do it.
Ajeo had the catch, got up to the 35 before he was wrangled down. First down here for Shanley. Deacon's going to work. They're on the move. Game's not over yet. Mattern's got it here. Mattern over to his left, back to his right, back across the middle. It's complete. Holcraft has it again, up over the 50, down to the 48-yard line before the stop is made from Henderson out in the secondary for the Magi.
We have a penalty. It's going to be illegal lineman downfield. With that run play, you really can't. That's not the lineman's fault. That's a design speed option out there, and you end up throwing it. That's going to happen.
That's a 5-yard penalty against
brings them back 5 yards, brings up first down at 15. From the gun. Hand it off. Stop is made from the Magi is coming in. Anthony Alexander shut the door. Jeho had the run, but his jersey got caught. And Alexander rips him down to the ground, bringing up a second down at a mile here for the Shanley Deacons.
This Alexander kid's been all over the field tonight, really defending that screen pass on the edge really well.
Bledsoe's got the pick. Down to the end zone. Touchdown, pick six, Magi.
Another turnover force. This time it's Bledsoe getting into the end zone.
Bledsoe on the pick six. The Magi have 40. Point after attempt is on its way. Minot High looking to make it 41-7 with under 4 minutes to play. Right down Broadway for Kellen Burke. 41-7 Magi. That time Bledsoe read it like a book, ended up in the end zone for the pick six.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
J.O. back to receive the kickoff, along with Kai Zabel. Burke will put the boot on it and send it back down into Shanley territory. Stick around tonight for our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Again, our move of the game coming your way tonight. And the MVP brought to you by Sport Clips. All comes up right around the corner here at 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Zabel on the run back. Spin move. Got it up to just about the 25-yard line. And it will be Shanley football with a first down and 10 coming here from inside their own territory. Well, some things in the first half. Minot High looked to clean up. Shanley the same thing with the penalties that kind of plagued that first half. It's been a little bit cleaner here in the second. Minot High certainly responded well after being up 14-0 at the break.
Yeah, that scoreless first quarter seems like a very awful long time ago. Minot High a lot better at running the football here in the second half.
On the carry for the Deacons was number 33. That's Chad Pollock.
Chad Pollock with the carry for the Deacons. 2nd down and 6.
Brings up a 2nd and 6. Ball inside the 35-yard line. Pollock again on the carry. Dives forward. 3rd down and 2 coming here for Shanley. That hurry-up offense. The token for the Deacons continuing to work here. Mattern on the keeper, dancing left, then right. Did he get enough for the 1st down? It's going to be close. And Mattern's going to be a bit slow to get up here. Uh-oh. And Mattern goes back down after trying to get back up. There's going to be a timeout coming on the field here for Jax Mattern.
Let's hope he's okay here. This game outcomes well endowed here in 2:40 left. Hate to see any sort of injury at all, but.
Well, cramping was an issue in week number 2. Hopefully that's all it is, but we won't speculate. 2:40 left here in the ballgame. 41-7, Minot High on top.
Operators in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Well, the good news is Jax Mattern makes his way off on his own power. Walking a bit gingerly over to the near sideline. However, he is up. Busick on to take the keeper. And it's a 1st down here for Shanley. Well, trailing 41-7 with 2:20 left here in the ballgame. Starting quarterback leaving the game and receiving medical attention. Things don't get much worse than that here for Shanley in week 3.
Yeah, let's hope it's something minor. Looking at his foot, maybe.
Henderson almost had his 2nd INT in the ballgame. Busick tossed it downfield. It was incomplete.
We do have a final. Number 1 Cheyenne defeats number 3 Mandan 32-29.
Wow, what a ball game that was. Well, Cheyenne's for real, folks. They are the team to beat to North Dakota. Another 1st down coming here. That pass was out into the flat, incomplete, into the hands of Chad Pollock. Under 90 seconds to play in regulation. Deacons work it here from the left hash, right at midfield. Ball at the 49-yard line. Busick from the gun. The lefty looking downfield. Now he's going to be forced to toss it down to the far side. Incomplete. Was intended on in the flat there for Holcraft. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Cheyenne had dominance in 2021. They won the state championship. They've had visits to the Dakota Bowl. Now they look to be the team to beat inside of North Dakota, taking down Mandan and taking down Minot High School. 2 teams ranked inside of North Dakota 3A football. Where exactly at? Well, let's take a look at that media poll once again. Inside of North Dakota, Cheyenne, Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and Davies. Shanley was receiving votes, and I don't know that Shanley's going to receive any more after tonight's contest. I don't know that Minot High moves up in the standings. I don't think we're going to see much change coming here.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting with Mandan going down. Minot a big road victory here at Shanley. Maybe see a little bit of movement there, but it'll be interesting.
Would you have Minot over Mandan at this juncture?
I've watched Mandan play. I think for the media poll will come with Mandan losing their last game. I think there could be some movement with Minot High winning, obviously, tonight.
You have an update for Bismarck High's matchup tonight by chance? Final 30 seconds left in this one. Hate to put you on the spot that
Sorry,
way, partner.
I've been checking. I thought they were off this week.
I think you might be right. That's probably why you don't have it.
Yep, they are. It is a bye week for the Demons.
No wonder why we didn't have it. Final score, 41-7. Minot High School takes down the Shanley Deacons tonight. The Magi move to 1-1 on the year. Shanley drops to 1-2 on the season. Coaches are going to meet at midfield, and the players will do the same. Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
We've gone final at Sid-City Stadium. Number 4, Minot High, 41. Receiving votes, Shanley, 7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, they can help you with every step of that process. They'll help you achieve your financial goals. Visit them online, planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online, shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Nick Colbert, Bryce Kutnick here on the call tonight from Fargo at Sid-City Stadium. And the Magi come away with a victory here tonight by a score of 41-7. It was 14-0 at the half, and then the Magi ended up taking it down into victory lane, if you will. They celebrate big time here tonight. Here's your game reset of how it went into the books here this evening. The Magi scored at 11:50 in the second quarter. Anderson a pick six. Extra point was good. Then Burke to Kraft, third time they've connected on the year, 27 yards out. That was at 6:39 of the first in the first half, with that being remaining in the second quarter. Minot led 14-0 at the break. In the third quarter, Burke to Kraft again, this time an 8-yard play. Extra point was good. Anderson then had a fumble recovery, 23 yards out. No extra points to be awarded, but Minot High took the points on the fumble that ended up finding pay dirt from Anderson for his second defensive touchdown of the ballgame. 2:54 the third. Busick from Shanley ended up in the end zone on the rush from 3 yards out. Then Griffin Broderick got his first of the year as Broderick ended up in the end zone from 13 yards away. Extra point was good. And they might have capped it off to make it 41-7 on a Bledsoe pick six. That's how Minot High comes away with a victory tonight. 41-7 the final here in Fargo at Sid Cichy Stadium. When we come back, Bryce and I will break down our move of the game, and the MVP of the contest will be announced and awarded here tonight. Final score again, 41-7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. All Magi in the rematch of last year's state championship.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroad postgame show carries on. Shots Crossroads, home to the famous banana cream pie. I'm the only one that says that, I think. I love that stuff, I'm telling you. It's worth just stopping in for a piece of pie once in a while. Then you do that and you end up eating a number 99, or maybe my breakfast, which is 2 eggs over easy, hash browns with cheese, the American slices, bacon, extra bacon if you really want that, white toast, buttered. You got to have ham and cheese balls before the meal, too, if you really feel it after it. Shots Crossroads brings you the postgame tonight along with Planning Team Financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial planner, planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads bring you the postgame here this evening. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick. Bryce, we saw ourselves a ball game tonight, didn't we? We saw the Magi and the Shanley Deacons in a rematch of last year's state title matchup. But last year it was the Magi that won 38-35 in an epic showdown that saw the Magi come from behind and really kind of shock the AAA football world. First state title since 1980 against a team that, frankly, was supposed to win it. And they were there for a reason. They were the best team in the state last year, according to the media, all year long. Tonight, it was a different tale of the tape. Minot High really did dominate from start to finish. I shouldn't say the start, but from the second quarter on, Minot High outscoring Shanley tonight 41-7.
We were kind of wondering where the offense was going to come from after that first quarter, 0-0. Defense really making it happen, kind of the MO of Minot High last year, starting off the scoring tonight with that pick six, forcing turnovers, getting after the quarterback. That four-man line in Minot is something to wreck with. I tell you what, that defensive line was tremendous all night.
Jax Mattern, the junior quarterback for Shanley, 48 of 83 through the first two games of the year with 546 yards through the air already. He hadn't been picked off yet on the season, and tonight the Magi did that to him 5 times in the ball game. Really is a testament to how good Minot High was on the line and in the secondary.
It's all about making adjustments in this game at this level. Minot was doing that right after that first drive, started doing it, continued making adjustments throughout the entire game. Great game plan by Chauncey Hendershot and the staff there at Minot High. Tremendous defensive effort.
You like to see those defensive guys with some success. That's always nice to see. You played both sides of the ball probably, though, back in your day.
Yeah, you give some love to those guys. You know, that defensive line, I tell you what, they played so well up front. And I was talking about Bedell. 1 minute he's in coverage guarding a wide receiver. Next minute he's forcing a fumble at the D end, and it's the guy with that kind of versatility. That's special, I tell you what.
Yeah, the big cat there. Nice game from him. Time for our move of the game, brought to you by ServPro. ServPro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. Serving Western North Dakota, it's ServPro. I've had to use them before. I'm telling you, I don't like that I had to use them just for the fact that it meant my office flooded. However, from start to finish, ServPro is your choice for restoration and cleanup at ServPro. Move of the game tonight. Gosh, there's plenty of opportunities to pick one here. The one that I had queued up from earlier on here tonight, Bryce, is one that saw the Magi have another defensive touchdown here, and we called it as a pick six. It was actually a forced fumble that was picked up and taken back to the house by Anderson as Blake Anderson ends up into the end zone. That was my pick for the move of the game because at this point with 10:21 left in quarter number 3, it almost, to my mind, put the game out of reach just a bit.
Yeah, Vidal strip fumble, ball lands right in Blake Anderson's hands, taking advantage, housing it for 6. Big win on the road tonight. Bounce back for Minot High.
Move of the game. Big reason that the bounce back happened was Blake Anderson's move of the game here tonight. ServPro brings you that move of the game. Time for our MVP. Brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. I have the app. Sign in online at Sport Clips. It's quick. It's convenient. It's fast. They're friendly. And, oh, by the way, they do a good job. There's no other way to feel like the MVP the way that Sport Clips make you feel like the MVP. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. The MVP of tonight's ball game, drum roll, could go many different places here, but to me, Blake Anderson, again, with the stops that he had and the offensive production he had from that running back position here tonight, or the backfield, I should say, here tonight, really is a key candidate for me.
Yeah, tremendous effort by Blake Anderson tonight. I think a name as these weeks go along in the fall in this football season, I think we're going to hear that name a lot more often when it comes to Minot High football.
Well, you get a pair of defensive touchdowns. It's obviously going to have you in the conversation. Congratulations, Blake Anderson, tonight's MVP of the ball game. Well, Bryce, schedule ahead the rest of the week. We've got soccer tomorrow, just so everybody is aware, 3:30 tomorrow. Bismarck High's at Minot High. But next week, this is what the schedule looks like on the PSP Network. We get to return to Dwayne Carlson Stadium next Friday night. More AAA football. Number 5, Davies. Number 4, Minot High. Those numbers may shift just a bit in the media poll that will be released on Monday. But the one that I think everyone in North Dakota will probably be talking about, Cheyenne. Number 1 at number 2, Bismarck. We don't foresee that changing at all. We'll have a 1 versus 2 matchup again on the PSP Network next Friday night at the Community Bowl in Bismarck. If you had to put money on it right now, do you have Cheyenne or do you have the Demons?
I'm not going to make a pick, but how about Friday night on PSP Network, a pair of 2 top 5 matchups? What more can you ask for? We've been spoiled these first few weeks of the season, Nick Holberg, I'll tell you.
Looking forward to Friday night football. Also looking forward to an action-packed week of WDA volleyball. Williston at Minot High on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Bismarck at Century in the crosstown rivalry on Thursday at 7. And then on Saturday, the Midgets travel to Majette territory to take on Minot High at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Well, partner, your closing thoughts tonight here at Sid-City Stadium.
Great bounce back. Minot High coming in, you take the 4-hour bus ride home, playing a Shanley team that's really scored 47 points per game they were averaging. Come in here, they hold them to 7. Sloppy at times. I think there'll be plenty of things to address and to try and clean up, but great effort by the Magi, getting a big W, getting back to 500 on the year, and schedule don't get much easier. Going to be another tough week next week in versus Fargo Davies.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Next up for Shanley, they travel across the state to Legacy to take on the Sabres. That'll be a big matchup. Minot High again against Davies next Friday night. Partner, thanks for driving to Fargo today, by the way. It was much appreciated.
You bet. It was worth it for the if you ever need a traveling music mix, you need to call Nick Holberg. He will hook you up with something. Every sort of genre you could think of was played in the GMC on the way to Fargo today.
Yeah, that was my like songs on Spotify, by the way. We didn't even have to hit skip one time, did we? I thought that was pretty good, Bryce. Fun working with your partner. Job well done tonight. Big thank you to Scott Lurch as well. He ran our camera tonight here on the PSP Network. But more than anything, a big thank you to the military veterans that are out there watching here tonight and the active servicemen and women. Thank you for your service to our country. God bless you all. God bless America. Final score one more time tonight. Shanley 7, Minot High 41. The Magi improved to 1-1. Shanley drops to 1-2. Back at it next week on the PSP Network. Join us tomorrow for high school soccer. Bismarck High, Minot High at 3 p.m. with Owen Patterson on the call from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Until next week, hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy college football tomorrow. For Mr. Bryce Gutnick, Scott Lurch, I'm Nick Holberg signing off from here at Sid-City Stadium. Whatever you do, be good. Have a good night, and God bless.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.